If I was Finland, I would be picking the most funny things possible. Like, we'd be going to Shy Beach if I was on Finland right now. I would be actively sabotaging any hope they have of picking any track where they can just break away and run. Because these tracks have all been running. And I don't know if I agree with this decision to go to Yoshi Falls. Like, they have top 3. This is another track where if they can pull the lightning and blues don't come, they can just book it. Because it's short. There's only going to be one lightning here, unless one spammed at 30, but obviously not really going to be seeing that in the World Cup, most likely. Usually a bit more coordination than that. So I just don't know if I... Did he read his teammate? Are they going for indivs? Or was
all right. Maybe this is where the road to 500 falls apart here.
Maybe they're just like, you know what, man? I'm sick of scoring 39. It's time I score 47, you know?
Yeah, Sammy, scoring uncharacteristically low at 33 at the last VP. I think... maybe he has something to say.
I'm entitled to an MVP, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think it's good to spread the wealth here at least a bit.
Of course. You know? I mean, Bill in 7th, great item, objectively, not on this track though. Like, yes, if he dodges, but the Bill notoriously takes some of the most asinine lines known to man on this track. So, not the best thing he could have pulled. Ideally, Star would have been great, but it seems Finland, I don't know, holding it up there. You got a few of their members up there. It looks like Shock's either coming really late or not at all. If I'm Callan, I'm going to use the Bill right now. Yep, and proof in the pudding that the Bill routes on this track absolutely blow massive censored.
Yeah.
It's honestly really, really bad. It really wants to take the top route no matter what. And you can see that he went all the way to the right and it didn't matter. But, like, the Bill takes him to the line anyway. No blues, no shock.
And it ends up just working out anyway. So...
It works.
Yeah.
It works out.
It works. But still, yeah, the Bill is just... Yeah, you got to be wary of that item, especially towards the end. It's more... It's if you don't use it, like, after passing, like, through the waterfall... it's hard to think of like a better place to use it, and that's still at the same time going over boost pads, so it's not even that great of a place to use it over. Oh my God! Top 2-4. Congratulations to Finland.
1, 2, 4, 6.
Honestly,
you know what?
Yeah, hats off. I think they just ended.
They did it.
They ended the road to 500 just there. Unless Scotland can somehow build
500. Get out of it.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, good job well done to Finland. They pulled it together and finally got on the board. A big race win for them.
Finally. And I was doubting them. I'm like, you know what, Yoshi Falls short track, they have top 3? No. Apparently that is Finland turf. I'm sure Redding, his teammate, to make him hard lock to take the Bill where the Bill kissed the wall was probably a benefactor for Finland in that one, but I'm happy nonetheless. Yeah. I'm happy for them nonetheless. That may have killed the dream of 500, though. You're pretty right about that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, as it is. But, I mean, we do see them get to 200 points off of that, so they seem
alternatively... Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at these track votes, and Finland, like, just picking the shortest tracks to kind of, like, speed along the process.
Maybe...
I mean, they
have I think they're actually... Maybe the approach is, like, hoping for, like, Shock to not be coming into play as much, maybe, or I don't know, but either way... They didn't get their pick of GV2, which is an interesting... I mean, GV2, like, it's good, right, if you have top spots sometimes. I do think it's a bit chaotic of a course. Sometimes you can, like, come into it with top spots and leave with, like, bottom 4 sometimes. It just really is like that sometimes. But, yeah, it ends up going Grumble Volcano anyway, which is still a pretty chaotic track in and of itself. We'll try to see if Callum, I think, is looking for shrooms of some sort to maybe take the rock hop. Isn't able to troll the member of Finland that they might be looking to do.
I think he's looking for kills. I think he's going on a rampage. I mean, he has no reason to kind of like... I mean, he's been running most of the war, right? So may as well have a little bit of fun with it.
Right. Yeah, why not, you know? Sprinkle in a little bit of variety into his Mario Kart Wii life. Lord knows we could all
we do a little bit of trolling sometimes. It's just how we do it.
Right. Now, it's 7th place, triple shrooms here. Big chillin', I think, for... Callum, who unfortunately cannot help their teammate, and I think would be very much happy to just sit And I mean, I think in that situation, I'd love even just like baiting my teammates in, like, oh yeah, I definitely have something to maybe cancel that TC with. Just come to me, and then I just slow down and use those shrooms to jet off. But he doesn't quite have the sense of humor that maybe I do. It seems.
No.
So.
No, not at all. No.
So it seems like either way, he'll be in second place here going into last lap. And a big gap happening between the rest of the map.
I can't even tell who's where. The baggers are kind of there. Okay, so now I have an idea what's going on. It's Sam in first, and then you've got Callum right behind. Yeah, I mean, like, Kahoma being up there at the front, but opts to take the respawn lap 2 as opposed to take the rock hop, so that allows him that allows Callum to pass him up, which is kind of detrimental to the point spread there. So they're just going to get a top 2. Sammy going to wait on the line. Yep, perfect, and the Blues going to not get them to secure that top 2.
Yeah, perfect timing there.
That's something that you're going to see that a lot. By the way, I want to emphasize that you're going to see. A team, if they're in first and if they're in second, you're going to see them just come to a stop, like a complete halt, because how the blue works is the blue will always target the player that is furthest ahead that hasn't crossed the line. The moment you cross the line, the game goes right, they're not part of it anymore, and they will target the next highest player. So, imperative stuff.
It really is. And, I mean, all that said, seems like it'll be Scotland at least being able to definitively move towards the 400 point mark. Yeah, they're messing around a bit, but they definitely want to make sure they get the point differential that can be pretty crucial in this group. As we will.
I want to ask about that because you're the man with the plan when it comes to that. Right. Scoring points in these events. If it comes down to a point where it needs to decide between two teams, is it the point differential and how many points you've earned in these wars that gives you an edge over the other team?
It's one of the two important ones. I think another one to note is just head-to-head generally. So if you're in a tiebreaker with a team, also important to note is how did the results turn out when you played them directly? And if there's a team tied and there's two teams tied and one team beat the other and when they played, and that's really the only difference, they still had a tie, then yeah, that's generally what differentiates and tie breaks the two teams. But there's just like a variety of factors that can make for weird tiebreaker situations. Either way, it's pretty common to find teams in a similar in a situation where head-to-head isn't enough and point differential is what will take it. So yeah, points is what will be pretty crucial here, and I think what's good to note in general is just that like the group here, only two teams make it out. I have to double check. I think this is the group of 6 teams, so only one third of teams here making it out, and is pretty stiff competition, very generally speaking. So definitely want to have all the assets possible when it'll come down to only 2 teams of 6 getting out.
You said it, absolutely. When it comes to this race, what's going on right now, I don't know. I think it's just coming down to
fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I'm watching a worldwide, honestly.
Yeah, and I honestly, this is one of my favorite, like, 1v1 tracks. Honestly, if I'm looking to just have a nice fun time, is like just playing Raceway over and over and over again. I think that's what I default to, because I don't know, it's just a very fun track to play on, able to catch up, very zany, of course, and all kinds of bad stuff can happen too, but the good makes it worth it. And unfortunately for Callum, not too fun getting triple reds in 6th on Raceway. You definitely like to be zooming at this point in the track, but still have plenty of time left, and unfortunately another set of triple reds coming out for them, so maybe you have to wait a little bit before coming back up.
Another thing that's worth pointing out, because you mentioned like the whole like you've got to thank the people that choose to cast, the people that choose to stream, so that we have these perspectives. In the first race, you had Callum kind of like jump the wrong way on Maple Treeway and fall off, but since then hasn't really made any like driving errors other than like drifting the wrong way into the grass. So that's another thing that's definitely worth mentioning. Like the props, like he's been playing incredibly clean, like just clean outright.
Yeah, exactly. The shock dodge coming in. Gets a dodge, just clip a little bit of grass, but it should be enough. To get the triple green, should be able to surprise them. Actually, Finland able to survive that. Finland having a lot of top spots, actually, but of course the shock doing a number here. Let's see if they will be able to get back onto first, or maybe backspin coming onto... Oh, wow, okay.
I like it. I like that. The swerve green to back him, and the red kind of goes, yeah, I found a bit of a... Sometimes the fastest route isn't directly a straight line. I'm going to curve a little bit.
Sometimes isn't. Now, Finland, I think, might have had a decent race there. Some combination.
I think they got top 3.
No way.
They top 3.
Did they?
I think they did.
Oh, no shot.
I mean, Hedwig kind of died, but I mean, we saw some other Finnish players coming up there. There may have been like a Scottish player that managed to snag second or third, but they definitely got some of the higher points of that race. I mean, they were just running for it, but it begs the question, like, no, there you go, look, proof right there, top 3.
Yeah,
told you.
Wow.
So it seems that the strategy was that they needed to just vote tracks in the Shell Cup.
Yeah,
it would seem
clearly,
and they figured it out a little bit too late. I mean, you had Yoshi Falls and Raceway. They were going for Ghost Valley too, so maybe a little bit of Peach Beach. Had we played more than
right?
It seems to be working out for them. It's sabotaging their point scorings. Obviously, they can't win at this point, but that they can absolutely kind of like make it so that Scotland does not break that 500 threshold that you were talking about. Maybe not even 450 at this point.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Possible. Yeah, I don't even think we get to that point, which is, for Finland to be able to turn it around. A job well done on their part. Yeah, just keep it going. Why not? Take away the point differential. You might be play a part in breaking hearts for Scotland later on.
Possibly. I mean, like, it's just I kind of wish that the GP3 that we're seeing now was the kind of like the GPs that we were seeing in 1 and 2. Right. It seems like they're warmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're and I don't know whether that's Scotland just being like, haha, easy dub. And
sure,
just
that is
like
fair. That is
chilling
fair. Yeah.
That's the part I can't figure out. Like, are they playing an autopilot now because they know that they've got the win secured, or are Finland actually making some plays that are kind of swaying the tides a little bit in this GP3? But heading into what I believe is the last race, GV2.
Yeah.
Or is there a race after this one?
Didn't we? Am I going?
No, it's GV. We had GV. It was the first track, wasn't it?
Am I going mental?
Yeah.
Did we not already do GV2? Maybe no. I am.
No.
Yeah,
they voted GV2, and they were like, "Screw the 2. We go GV."
Right.
So, now we've got the GV, but without the 2. So with the 2, not making any sense.
Yeah, no. But I think I was also like remembering the last War 2 where they went GV2. I think so.
No, the last race.
Yeah,
that was right. Yeah. That's it. We start and end on the same tracks.
Exactly.
It's the World Cup Tour Double Dash. It's that World Cup edition.
Maple Treeway, GV2, and then everything else. Teams can do whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get those 2. Either way, Mega Star. Please just use it.
Mega Star, and then Finland getting blue. Carhomer tanking the blue. Callum spending an entire lap in a dodge. There it is. Bang.
Yeah.
And Golden in 5th or something. Yeah. Okay. Plowing it through.
Wait, Finland's still getting a good rate. What is that? Okay.
Man.
Yeah, those items were just crazy. It was just like constant.
What was that string of stuff? Mega Star, Golden. Like, all right.
That is something I would expect, like, to see it for the loss, like, or for the win, like Hacker be getting or something at that point.
Save it for the next matches, Callum, dude. You can't burn all your luck here when you're already up by this much. Like, there might be a later match where like he needs a crucial box in 6th and he pulls a power and a blooper and a single red. He'll be like, man, if only I got that lap 3 on GV2 versus Finn.
Right. Oh, I mean, it's funny. Oh wait, okay. I thought Finland got first. I don't know what happened to them.
No. He went for the clean sweep with that star. That star just lasted forever, so that'll do it. But Finland actually MVPing this GP. Hydrate. There you go. And finally, we're seeing not a top 3 or a top 4 in the final GP results. We're seeing a win from Finland on the GP overall, and those are the small victories you got to take.
Right.
Honest, at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It really is, and I think, at that point, I think this is the better performance than their match versus